What's up, YouTube? It's Eric, a Lions fan. Thanks for clicking on this video. Welcome to my weekend ramble series where I kind of talk about particular events that have happened that are interesting to me, but they may not be particularly interesting to you, or you may be tired of talking about it or hearing about it or whatnot. So if not, go ahead and go over here to the side here and check out some other videos that have been done by me, that maybe have been done by other YouTubers. Go ahead and check those guys out. We would all really appreciate the views and possibly even a subscribe. So even if they're not monetized like my channel is. So I want to talk about today, I believe it's called the Park Lane shooting. I want to take a different kind of take on this because everyone on social media, whether it's Twitter or Instagram, I don't really have an Instagram account, but I'm sure it's on Instagram, Facebook. They've all been talking about the Park Lane shooting and assault weapons. Particularly, I don't think it's assault weapons. Now, I'm in the kind of the minority here. Everyone kind of wants to ban assault weapons. And I understand the reason why they feel that way. I'm not trying to say that what they're thinking or what their political agenda is or anything is wrong. I kind of maybe think that it's wrong, but that's just my opinion. My opinions and what I say here is just taken as a grain of salt, really. And I apologize for the sun. It's almost 10 o'clock here. It's probably going to start washing out the back here. But anyway, I kind of wanted to talk about mental health, really, and how it relates to this shooting and possibly every other shooting, like the Sandy Hook shooting, this Park Lane shooting that's just happened, the Columbine shooting, that's happened. Goodness, how long has that been? At least 10 years ago, if not longer. But what I'm trying to get at here is maybe even possibly putting maybe a psychiatric evaluation as a part of the background check when you go to get guns. Now, in Michigan, I don't know if it's like this in every state. I don't know if this is a federal law. Even like I didn't hardly do any research when I'm making this video either. So take what I say with a grain of salt. And if I'm wrong, put it down in the comments. Also, before I really get into the video here, if you guys have anything, maybe as a counterpoint to any of my arguments, or saying that I'm just plain wrong on some stuff, I don't really care that you guys say that. Put it down in the comments. I'm going to actually do a reaction video, or maybe a response video to your guys' comments. I'm going to go through the comments, pick some of them out, and I'll do a response video to that. But anyway, I want to say that I think that mental health needs to be a part of the background check process. Now, what I think is, if I go in and I say I want a 9mm pistol, or I want a 12-gauge shotgun, or I want an AK-47 or an AR-15 or whatever it is. Or you can even build those AR-15s. But if I want to purchase one of those, I have to go through the background checks that are personally done. Then I have to, under my own terms, if I still want to get that gun, I have to go set up a psychiatric evaluation. Now, I don't know how this is all going to work or anything. I'm just kind of throwing it out there for more or less a conversation piece. Or maybe perhaps someone could maybe even expand on that. But once I get that psychiatric evaluation, I go to the shrink, talk to the shrink, they ask some kind of questions, or maybe it's a half-hour session or an hour session or whatever that case is. I come back and I've either passed the psychiatric evaluation and I failed that evaluation. Then what happens is I must, after so long, after maybe 3, 6, 9 months, a year, I have to go back into and get another psychiatric evaluation. So at some point in time, I have to get another psychiatric evaluation to say I am still of competent mind and my sanity is okay, that I can still, number one, still have guns in the house. And number two, to have, not to say that I'm not going to go anywhere and shoot somebody up. Now, I know there's going to be people that's going to fall through the cracks, and it's not always going to be 100% effective. And I know there's people in that kind of situations that already know what to say to get them to get a passing grade. But what's already been done right now is a felon can't get a gun, or anyone who has any of what the government deems to be a serious crime cannot get a gun, or if they go through the background checks, really they shouldn't be able to get a gun. I would like to see background checks done, maybe gun and knife shows. Now, for knives, I don't necessarily think you have to, but for guns, I think you still need to do a background check on. That's just me. Other people have a differing opinion, and that's fine. I just think that, and it all comes back to all these shootings that happen. At some point, somebody has been brainwashed, or somebody is or the mental state's not good, or they've gotten mad, maybe at a point of, I don't want to say a point of insanity, but they're so pissed off about something. I guess you could put this under the not mentally, their mental health isn't good, but they're so pissed off that they think that maybe getting revenge on a person is good, and once they've done that, then they kind of take out some other people so the cops can kill them. I've heard it called a cop suicide. I don't know if that's a thing. I've read it, I've heard that. I don't know. I don't do crime, so I don't know what a cop suicide is, more or less. I mean, I have an idea of what it is, but that's another point for another time. But really, anyway, my point is, if we put these background checks in place, it would just be another step in the process for you to get a gun, and you would have to demonstrate that you are of sane, competent mind to keep that gun. Now, whether it's a license, or maybe it's just an endorsement on your driver's license, or whatever that case is, or if you're in some database that says, hey, you're already in a database anyway when you do a background check. So it's just another, like I say, it's just another step in the process to get a gun if you're properly doing it. Now, I know there's the black market, and I know there's people that go and steal guns, or the kid goes to their dad's gun safe and grabs a gun and he doesn't know about it. I know that. I don't know how to stop that. I don't really think there's really anything to stop that. And I don't think let me take that back. There's not a law that can prevent that from happening. So, but just banning assault weapons is not going to change the way people do things. They're still going to figure out a way to do it. Just like the two men that did the bombing in Boston with the pressure cookers. That's a way to do it. People could take a car, run into a crowd of people. That's a mass casualty. That can do that. I can do it with a shotgun or a pistol. I can put many pistols in my side and go in there and shoot people up and do the same thing. Just banning assault weapons is not. Like I said, you're treating the symptom. You're not treating the problem. The problem is people. People are not mentally in a good mental state when they do these things. That's my whole point. And I know people are going to be totally against me. And I know people are probably going to be like, yeah, okay, but you're not thinking about this. And then there's going to be the people that are with me and all that. I'm going to get up from all over the place. And I realize that. It's just one man's opinion on maybe how to decrease this sort of thing. I don't think any other gun control is good. Now, people do have a case with assault weapons. And like I said, I think I said this at the beginning of the video, banning assault weapons, they have a point, okay? There's a point to assault weapons, yes. I agree that I don't think assault weapons are needed in the home. They are needed for certain situations at certain times, like maybe wartime, and maybe officers, law enforcement need them. That's probably really the only time to get it, but then you're going to have that leak out into the public. So are you just going to ban them all and say, hey, military, Army, Marines, Navy, Air Force, and police, you got to bring your assault weapon, you got to bring your M15 back in because we're going to ban assault weapons. And then when we go to wartime, we're outgunned. So, I mean, there's a catch-22 to everything. That's just my own personal opinion on this. You have to have when you go to a gun show, you must have a background check. I don't think that's, at least here, I don't think it's being done. It could be. Like I said, I didn't do any research when I did this. But I think you still need to do a background check when you're at a gun and knife show. You need to do a background check, or you have to have another step in the process when you do the background check if you have to have a psychiatric evaluation done, where you just sit down with a shrink and you pretty much just talk. And they'll get a good feel of, hey, he passes, or hey, he fails. That's all it really has to be. Passes, fails. It doesn't have to be, yes, he's sane and competent to own a gun, or no, he's not. He just either passed or he failed. So, but that's just my take on it, guys. I could probably ramble on about this for another 10 minutes. I don't want to waste your guys' time on this video. But go ahead and put down what you guys think down in the comments. I like a good lively debate. as long as there's no name calling involved, like you piece of shit, or you're not thinking of this, you dumbass, you're an idiot, you know, that sort of thing. If I see those comments, I'm just gonna ignore them. So let me know what you guys think in the comments, guys. I really would like to know what you guys think of what I've proposed, or what anybody else has proposed, really. I would like to really kind of hear your guys' thoughts on this, guys, all right? Guys, I'm going to end it here. We're going on almost 11 minutes now, guys, all right? I'm going to just wrap it up here. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and hope to see you guys again soon. Deuces, guys. Take care.